friends, and welcome back or welcome to Narrative Notions, our silly little podcast where we talk about all things books, movies, media, you name it, whatever piques our interest. Whatever piques our interest. Uh, all opinions are our own. We apologize for nothing. Hashtag dead dove do not eat. I am Bianca. That is Bethany. That is Clarence. That is Cinnamon. Clementine's in here somewhere. She's on the bookshelf. You just see her eyes. Booba. Yeah. So they're in here. They're being crazy. Cassian's not in here. Today we're gonna be doing another Am I the Asshole episode because it's fun. I have two. Um, I also have some book updates. I finished quite a few books this week. We're loading. There's Cinnamon's eyeballs. So this week I have finished. All right, I finished The Wolf King by Lauren Powell Freeman. I can't wait for the second book. I made it known that I really enjoyed Bride, and I have never been one for the Omegaverse and werewolves before. And then Bride happened, and I have been chasing the high ever since. The Wolf King was very good. I'm so excited for the second book because of a possible love interest. Ah, ah. So I'm super excited. I scoured her Instagram and I can't find a release date, but she's giving little snippets and it's fine. I finished Cemetery Boys. I I did enjoy it. It was not my favorite. I do think that the ending was very sweet and I enjoyed their dynamic. I did cry a little bit, but it did take me a while to really get into it, and I feel like I didn't get into it enough until about 72%. And that's a really long
Shame.
time for me to read before I get really into it.
That's your
So
fault.
that is my fault. And I am a mood reader. And like, I'm not saying that it's a bad book by any means. I'm just saying that like it just took longer to really get me hooked. I did also guess the ending very early on.
I mean, it's kind
So
of predictable,
it is kind of predictable.
but
So I
that's
did
not
guess.
why I liked it anyway. I didn't really care for the plot twist. Plot twist. I was more concerned about Yads and Julian.
I mean, yes. I definitely preferred Julian towards the end. At the beginning,
Mm.
I thought he was very annoying. That's just me. Um,
That's kind of the point, though.
yes. Uh, I really liked him when he became alive. So
Yeah.
I enjoyed him when he became alive and was like, he was like a dog resource guarding a bone, and he's just like over Yad's body, and he's just like, "Don't come
I
here!"
know. I love it. That's
And
my
he's like,
favorite part. I love it.
um, I also
I'm still
finished
waiting for the sequel.
I also finished Fake Around and Find Out by SM Shade. And it's just a cute little, I say cute, like the content within it isn't depraved. Um, it's a cute little romance. It's very simple. It's like a palate cleanser type book. I will be reading the second book. But it is about a girl living in a trailer park who gets fired from her job and is trying to make ends meet. And then she accidentally finds out that her next door neighbor is a big star on the website Lonely Hands. And he does videos. And then they do videos together. And it was dirty, and I enjoyed it, and I had a good time. Also, I didn't say what The Wolf King was about. The way that they describe it is like Outlander meets werewolves. They were Scottish, and it was just really great. So yeah, I'm currently reading A Dance with the Fae Prince. I'm like 65% into it right now. Excuse me, 60% into it. I love it very much. We're coming up to the third act, misunderstanding breakup. I can feel it in
Yeah.
my bones.
Yeah. I
That's all I
I gotta
got.
do I gotta read it and then maybe do like an official ranking of the books because I've read all of them and I feel things about each one.
Mhm.
So, I'm do you plan on reading the rest of the books?
Yes,
Okay. I'm very interested to see what you think.
we can do a deep dive analysis one day.
Hell yeah.
All right, am I the asshole?
All right.
I have two. How many do you have?
I just went through and I was scrolling and saving, so I have no idea. Am I the asshole for posting about the person who burned down my house?
Okay.
About 4 years ago, my now ex went to my set my house on fire when trying to do witchcraft in the basement. I ended up losing my entire house, all my belongings, and my beloved pets. My partner admitted that it was their fault at the time, but after we broke up, claimed that I was unfairly blaming them since it wasn't intentional. I understand that they may not have had the intention to burn down my house, but they did intentionally leave the fire burning until the candle went out for the spell. After they attempted to extort me for $20,000 to compensate for the items that they had lost in the fire. Um, Bear in mind, the only things they had at my place were some clothing, a few pillows, stuffed animals, and a laptop. Since they did not have rental insurance, none of their items have been covered by insurance. I ended up giving them $5,000 out of my own goodwill since I felt like that more than covered the goods they lost. However, I am from a very wealthy family, and they believe that I should have asked my parents to provide them with more. Afterwards, they began posting hate about me online for unfairly compensating them after the fire, and since they have a large following online, a lot of people started negatively messaging me. A few years ago, the hate started up again. I feel like I've suffered so much in the last few years grieving the loss of my house and pets, and I really want to post my side of the story and name them, but I don't know if I should just move on, but the hate messages just really get to me. Am I the asshole for attempting to share my side of the story online to try and get the hate to calm down? I mean, they burned down your house. I would call the police if you can.
Call the police. Um,
Legal actions, get a lawyer, whatever you can.
Personally, I feel like you're not the asshole because
No,
like they killed your pets and like what the fuck are you doing witchcraft in the basement for? Like
right?
go outside. Um n not the asshole. They're kind of the assholes, but also if you post online about it, you're gonna be the asshole because you're gonna bring more attention back to it and you're gonna cause more hate. And you're
Yeah.
literally just gonna make your life more difficult. Like you literally may as well just leave it alone. But like for them to be like, "Oh, you're rich, you should give us money. You killed
Yeah.
my pets.
Is it like $20,000, dude? No. After you
20,000.
kill my
You burnt
animals?
down
No.
my house.
Yeah, that
Hey,
you admitted to.
yeah, let me do some witchcraft and let me leave it burning. You burnt down my house. My pets are dead. I have nothing. Oh, but you need to
Ugh.
give us $20,000. If you do not shut up, who do you think you are?
Go burn down someone else's house.
Yeah, definitely not the asshole. But also be the bigger person, but also like I would say they need to be the bigger person, but like they're already talking about you online. And they have like a big following. I mean, shit, if you want to risk it, fuck it. What else do you have to lose?
Yeah.
I lost something once.
My
My
house.
identity, my pets, my everything, my dignity. Love it. Love that.
It's a great starter.
I lost something once. Um, mine, this one gonna be like kind of deep, kind of sad. Like
Okay.
it's got like a little bit of like a serious element to it, just like yours does.
Mm.
Am I the asshole? My husband turned into a psychopath for a split second yesterday, and I don't know if I am overreacting. Okay. I want to say that my husband has never ever behaved like this before. This is the first he's ever scared me, and I have no idea what to do. I am 23 weeks pregnant with our first baby, and we have been married for 3 years. I am a female, 24, and he is a male, 32. So they got married when he was 29 and she was 21. That doesn't matter in the context of the story. I just want to put it out there that they got married when she was 21 and when he was 29. 'Cause that's icky. Um, my husband owns firearms and works in law enforcement and is trained to handle them safely. They stay in a locked safe at home, and he has never once played around with them. All of that is for context. So, as for what happened yesterday, I was simply walking through the kitchen as I noticed my husband at the kitchen counter looking at one of the firearms. I didn't say anything, but I looked over at him, wondering what he was doing. He had gotten home from work, and right before this, we talked for a bit. We had dinner, and I took a shower. Everything was good and normal. As I looked at him, my husband looked up at me and stared for a second, blinked, and then picked the gun up and pointed it at my tummy with a completely straight face. My heart fucking dropped, of course, and I smacked the gun down. My husband then started laughing, but the split second of pure seriousness on his face was terrifying. I asked him what the fuck he did that, and he says, "Do you think it scared him?" Talking about, I assume, the baby. I didn't know what to say, but tears welled up in my eyes. This prompted a half an hour long apology and hours of comfort from him with claims that he wasn't thinking, but also just joking. The look in his eyes scared me. The fact that he pointed the gun at me is terrifying. I don't know what to do. I'm so upset. I'm so distraught. Am I overreacting?
Not the asshole, leave him.
This has 43,000 upvotes, and it was posted today.
Leave him.
Two people are typing right now. That's cool.
Leave
I didn't know you could
him.
see that. Um, in the comments, uh, it's a resounding not the asshole. He's literally in law enforcement and he's taught how to handle firearms. Literally,
Yep.
like the first thing they teach you is don't ever fucking point the gun at someone. Ever. Always assume that it's loaded. So for him to be like at your tummy, what?
I don't even really have more to say on that. That's just leave him. That like that alone is enough of a deal breaker. You need to leave.
Someone said, never acted like this before the first child. Red flag. 8 year
Yep.
age gap with one in early 20s. Red flag. Works in law enforcement. Red flags. And someone commented and said, right? One red flag is one thing, but this guy is a parade of them. Um, People are saying that she's not overreacting. And for him to like have a completely straight face with it and be like, Do you think it scared him? Baby, we about to see you on the news as a murder victim. I'm gonna tell you right now. He got something wrong with him.
Leave it in
Leave
the
him.
dead of night or while he's at work. Hack as much shit as you can, get all your important legal documents, and go.
Man, oh man. You poor thing. You poor thing.
That's horrendous. And like, here's the thing. When it comes to posts like that, maybe it's just me with my frontal lobe. It
Hers
if you
hasn't fully developed yet.
if you find yourself on Reddit and you are asking or you are telling Reddit about your situation, that is a sign for you to go.
Yeah.
That's a sign for you to do something.
400 people are on this thread right now. I didn't know you could see this. 400 people are on here.
Yeah,
Oh my God. It's got 17,000 comments. Holy shit. Love it.
love it. I love psycho men in real life. They're wonderful.
My
All right.
favorite.
My next one is, am I the asshole for snitching on my bestie to her boyfriend after she cheated?
Okay.
Okay. So, y'all, I, 19 female, have had a bestie, Cora, 23 female, who has been dating her boyfriend, Jamie, 25 male, for about 2 years. They seem really happy together, and I honestly thought they were great for each other and were going to get married one day. A few weeks ago, Cora told me that she was cheating on Jamie with another guy she met on some dating app and went on about how good of a lay he is. God. I was honestly appalled and sad about this and told her that what she was doing was wrong. I hated cheaters after since my dad cheated on my mom, and covering for one would have made me sick. We ended up having a mini argument about it where she insisted that she had needs that Jamie couldn't meet, but she still quote unquote loved him, and that I should cover for her if Jamie ever asked. I couldn't believe she expected me to go along with it. As the days went by and she's been slept and she's ooh, grammar. And she has slept with the same guy. I kept thinking about how Jamie deserved to know the truth that she was cheating. He's a genuinely nice guy. He's like a brother to me at this point, and he treats Cora like a queen. After a lot of deliberation, I decided to reach out to Jamie and tell him what was going on. I sent him screenshots of our messages thinking it was the right thing to do. He was understandably upset, but had a feeling how off Cora was and noticed how defensive Cora was over her phone lately and thus broke up with her. But me and him still talk and are on good terms. When Cora found out, she was furious. She called me a lot of things and said I ruined her relationship. And now she's cut me off, and I'm feeling a bit guilty and sad that I lost one of my closest friends. I didn't want to hurt her, but I felt like I was standing up for what was right. A lot of my other friends have mixed reactions. Some say I should have minded my own business, and I feel like they won't confide things with me now. And others are saying I did the right thing. I guess I came to Reddit to get flamed, probably, but what would have y'all done in my shoes? I had to fix a lot of that grammar.
Not the asshole. You ruined my relationship. No, baby, you did that all by yourself.
Not
All
the
by
asshole,
yourself.
date Jamie.
Date Jamie. Like,
Date Jamie.
you're gonna be mad. Why did you tell him you ruined my relationship? Why did you cheat on him?
Yeah.
What the fuck? And for your friend to be like, you should have minded your own business. What would you have done in this situation? Bitch, if you ever get an inkling of Matthew cheating on me, you better fucking tell me. The hell? I'm about to bust his windshield.
Okay, well, Matt's not my friend. Well, he is my friend, but he's not my best friend. But like you, if you were cheating on Matt, I would probably tell him.
Well, yeah. Would I? No.
No.
I abhor. I think that's how you pronounce it. I've only ever seen it written, but I abhor cheating and people that
Mm.
cheat. And I like very seriously like believe that if you cheat on someone, like you claim you love them, blah blah blah, you cheat on them, you never loved them to begin with.
Yeah.
Like no. There is no reason for cheating. There is no excuse for cheating. No, I don't
Yeah.
believe in it. It's not acceptable, and I do not forgive it.
Mm.
Point blank period. I don't
Yeah.
fucking care.
Yeah. And here's my thing with like friends cheating. I so like obviously you wouldn't, but if
If I
hypothetically I
did, if I
like
did.
if you did hypothetically, I would give you like 24 to maybe 48 hours to tell Matt yourself, and then I would tell him. Because my thing is, it's going to be terrible coming from you, but it's going to be a lot worse coming from me.
Yeah,
So you might as well just tell him yourself. And if you don't, I will. So,
I'm of the mindset that
and then if
if you
Matt cheats on you,
feel,
I'll just castrate on myself.
there you go. But if you feel, for me personally, if you feel the need to cheat, just break up with the person.
Dude, right? You would think
Like
that'd be common sense.
if I ever felt the need to cheat, if I were so unhappy and felt like I needed to be with someone so very badly that I had to cheat on Matthew, I would just break up with
Yeah.
Matthew. Don't cheat on people.
Yeah.
That's about it. Don't do it.
Don't cheat on people.
There you go. All right.
That's today's life lesson.
That's today's life lesson. Don't cheat on people. Am I the asshole for telling my sister he's just a kid? Isn't an excuse for a 13-year-old. This is one that I did not originally have. This is one I just found, but it's different from the theme of the other two that I have. So I was like, yeah, let's break it up. My 26 female sister, L, 36 female, has a 13-year-old son, my nephew, Tyler. Yesterday was my dad's birthday. To get the picture, it was me, Elle, our other sister, our aunt and uncle, and our three cousins. The middle one of the three cousins, Grace, 32 female, has a daughter, Brooklyn, 12 female. Tyler and Brooklyn were the only kids there. Brooklyn recently broke her ankle and needs crutches for a few weeks. Excuse me. The kids were mostly in the living room, whereas everyone else was in the kitchen/dining room. I didn't think to check on them much because I thought 13 and 12 were old enough to know not to do something super dangerous like break a window. Besides, the living room is pretty close to the kitchen. We heard something crash down the stairs, followed immediately by shouting. Everyone's first instinct was to rush into the room, and so we did. We saw Tyler and Brooklyn wrestling over one of the crutches on the couch. Well, Brooklyn was sitting on the couch and Tyler was standing behind the couch, if you can picture it. Brooklyn ended up falling backwards off the couch and she started crying. Turns out Tyler had thrown one of the crutches down the stairs into the basement and was trying to also get the other one thrown downstairs. After we made sure Brooklyn was not seriously hurt, she ended up being fine. Grace started asking Tyler things like, "What were you thinking? Why would you do that? What's the matter with you?" I wouldn't call it yelling, but her voice was definitely raised. A few other people joined her, and Elle immediately jumped in front of them like a soldier, saying, "No one is hurt and he's just a kid." I thought that was ridiculous because one, although Brooklyn ended up being all right, she could have been hurt. And two, a 13-year-old? Really? A kid? That's a teenager who should know better. So I told her so. Just a kid is something used for kids aged 11 and below. After that, it's not an excuse. Elle thought everyone overreacted and she was pissed, especially at me. My God, really? And for anyone asking, I don't know why Tyler did that. Really, I don't. Maybe he thought it'd be funny or something. But since Elle is so pissed off, I'm wondering if maybe that was a line not to be crossed. Or maybe I'm overthinking, because what the fuck? Well,
No, because that's a calculated decision.
that's a calculated decision. He was trying to get her crutches away from her and fucking push her down the damn stairs.
Yeah, you have to seriously look at someone, see them with crutches, see the crutches, think of the stairs, and like, oh yeah, I'm gonna throw those down the stairs. That's not an impulsive thought.
No.
You have to decide to do that. Not the asshole. L's the asshole.
Someone in
Push
the
her downstairs.
comments. Someone in the comments said, not the asshole. Just a kid is used when a 4-year-old smeared PB&J all over his body to know how sandwiches feel. Not when a teenager is purposely trying to harm an injured person. Oh, God, to know how sandwiches feel. Someone else in the comments said, I turned myself into a Dalmatian at that age with a permanent marker I found in the couch cushions while watching 101 Dalmatians. Oh, God. Oh, my God. My daughter slathered herself in sunscreen at 8 p.m. because she wanted the sun to come out.
Oh.
Okay, now these are just really cute, like, stories. I used to put
Mm.
pennies and nickels in the heat vents to help pay the heating bill.
Oh. I wish it worked that way.
My kid peed in the cold air return vent because she wanted to know what it was like. I caught her mid-squat. I put a hot dog in the VCR as a kid so I could see the hot dog on TV. Oh my God.
Oh.
Oh, my little brother put a PB&J in the VCR because he thought it might be hungry. I caught my 4-year-old son licking an earthworm because he wanted to know how they tasted. Someone said, did he report his findings? A person said, yep, they taste like dirt. They said, fantastically unsurprising. Or, excuse me, fascinatingly unsurprising. And of course, he knows what dirt tastes like. Of course! They tasted like dirt. Clementine agrees that earthworms taste like dirt. She has tried to eat them. Did I tell you that she hunted a snail a couple weeks ago?
I don't
My
think so.
my coworker Marin, her cat Gracie killed a snake, and I was like, "Oh yeah, Clementine killed a snail." She killed a snail. I was like, "What are you chewing on?" It was a fucking snail shell. My little huntress in the night, a
Ours,
snail.
our dogs have taken to chasing butterflies.
I just imagine Bella in her old bones, just oh, butterfly. That's so cute. I love that so much.
Layla tries
Do
to eat
you...
flies.
Cinnamon tried to eat a fly the other day. Little
Lucy tried
hunters.
to, yeah, Lucy tried to eat a bee. Actually, I think she did eat a bee.
Good job,
Yeah.
Lucy.
Yeah. She was protecting me.
She was protecting.
I already know what the answer to this one is, but well, maybe. Am I the asshole for getting mad when my wife wouldn't wear a sexier bathing suit?
Okay.
Okay. On the cell phone, so sorry for formatting and grammar. Mm. A little background. My 41 male wife, 43 female, and I have been married for over 10 years. We have four small kids. While neither of us looks like we did pre-children, I still think she's stunning. Since the kids were
Uh-huh.
born, every vacation has been with family. My wife wears conservative bathing suits on these vacations as she doesn't feel comfortable with her body, quote unquote, hanging out around either her family or mine. For our 10-year anniversary, we booked a Mediterranean cruise for just her and I. Had the grandparents come and take and stay with the kids, and off we went. Excursions were a blast, and for the most part, we had a great time. When it came for time, at when it came for the time, whoa, okay, I see what he means about grammar. When it came for when it when we went to the ocean or the pool, Um, we got dressed, and I noticed my wife had packed and put on one of her mommy bathing suits, i.e., something not revealing and not a bikini. My annoyance and disappointment showed on my face when she asked why. I explained that I had hoped she would wear something less matronly as we were just us and no family or kids. She responded the bathing suit was what she felt comfortable in and didn't want anyone to see her in a bikini. I told her There were women far less attractive than her wearing far more revealing bathing suits, and it's not like anyone she knows but me will see her, and I've seen her in far less. Then reiterated that it was our first adult vacation in 10 years, and could she not dress like a mom for 1 week? Wife called me an ass and was a little prickly the rest of the trip. So, was I the asshole for getting upset that my wife didn't sex it up on our trip?
Yes.
Yep.
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 Like 100%. So like
Oh, yeah.
do I do I somewhat get where the guy's coming from? Yes. You think your wife is beautiful. You think your wife is sexy and you want her to show off and you want her to be comfortable with her body. The problem is she is not. Okay. I am sure that she has had changes in her body. She's had kids. She's not as comfortable anymore. She doesn't want to show it off, and that's okay. Are you allowed to be sad that she doesn't see herself the way that you do? Yes, but that's not what you're focusing on here. What you're focusing on is the fact that she is not
In a bikini.
in a bikini. She is not portraying herself in a way that is pleasing for you.
Yeah.
She's not portraying herself in a way that is pleasing for you, and you are upset by that. That she is not focusing on, I should be sexy for my husband. That's what you're upset about. You're upset that she is not changing herself to be what you want right now. You can think she's beautiful all you want. She's uncomfortable. You're an asshole. Also, to be like, oh, you're matronly. Can you not dress like a mom for once?
Dude.
Why
Right?
are you belittling being a mom? You fucking made her one.
Yeah.
Hello? Exactly, Cinnamon. I saw your eyeballs. She said, these men ain't shit.
They really aren't. And obviously, the consensus in the comments is asshole.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, obviously.
Like,
Um,
if you want to not be the asshole, maybe talk to her of, like, I don't know, help her to feel more confident and assured in herself.
okay. There's this one comment that said, info, did you wear sexier swimming attire as well? Perhaps a Speedo or something so she could ogle at you a bit too. Why didn't you buy her new swimsuit as a surprise? She's not a mind reader. You just expected her to dress sexier. And OP responded, um, first, she said on numerous occasions that she would on adult vacation. And second, I typically wear shorter bathing suits anyway. So now he's arguing with people.
You just want people to tell you that you're not the asshole, but you know that you're the asshole.
Oh,
You
yeah.
are aware. We don't need to tell you that you are.
Yeah. And there are some people that are like trying to be nice and like you could have just like asked her or like talked to her about it before going on the trip. But we know that's why.
What do
That's
you
not,
think you're doing?
we know why he didn't talk to her about it because he didn't care. He just assumed.
He assumed.
He
I'm
assumed.
kicking Cassian out because he is being stinky. Stinky.
What else is new?
Am I the asshole for refusing to wear a skimpy maid outfit to an exclusive party my friend got invited to? Oh, just you
Okay.
wait. So 22 female, live with my friend, 22 female, and she recently met a guy at a beach party. Hang on, she met a guy at a beach party. All
She
right.
met a guy at a beach party.
She met a
It
guy at
always
a beach
starts with a beach
party.
party, doesn't it?
I am going to get comfortable. She met a guy at a beach party. All right. She met this guy at the beach party. She's pretty much obsessed with him because he comes from a well-known, well-off family in the area and has a certain level of status associated with him. She told me they were sort of dating, and obviously I've been supportive throughout it all as a friend. However, I've met him a few times, and I don't exactly hold favorable opinions of him. I didn't tell my friend because I wasn't fully sure of my views yet, and I didn't want to be negative. Anyway, he's throwing a party soon and invited my friend. He asked her to bring me along too. Anyway, he's throwing a party soon and invited my friend. He asked her to bring me along too. He said it was a themed party and that everyone would be assigned a character slash style to wear. He sent my friend a picture of our outfits. Two skimpy as hell maid costumes sprawled on a bed. I immediately told her that I wouldn't be wearing that shit, and especially not to a party with a bunch of strangers. Initially, she thought I was kidding, but then understood that I'm serious. She said that wearing these fits isn't a big deal at all and that I need to stop being so prudish and serious. I told her that it is very humiliating that this guy thinks it's perfectly fine to request two women to wear that to his party. Like, you're seriously asking two girls who are clearly not as rich as you to dress up as maids to your party? I asked her if she seriously sees nothing wrong with it, and she said no. She explained that he just has a weird taste and that it might be a weird rich people thing. I told her again that I will not be wearing some skimpy ass maid costume. Not only is it embarrassing, it is especially disrespectful to me because I don't have any sort of meaningful relationship with the guy, and yet he thought it's appropriate to include me in this request. I told her that I won't be wearing the clothes, won't be going to the party, and will from now on avoid her new boyfriend altogether. We had a massive argument, and she said that I'm lame, boring, and not a supportive friend. She said that instead of helping her, I'm ruining everything and being a killjoy. When she fed back to the guy that I'm refusing to participate, he even asked her if getting paid for it would change my mind. That made it even worse. Apparently, he told her that I have the right attitude, which makes no sense as I've been combative all this time, and that his friends would love to get to know me. The fuck? I'm just getting angry typing this. I was pretty upset and told my dad about the situation. The party is tomorrow night, and my friend decided to go alone, and she's not really talking to me right now. Am I the asshole, or is she? I feel strangely very guilty, even though I'm standing up for my boundaries.
Disgusting. Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Someone in the comments said, show your friend this thread. Maybe some outside opinions will help her see how dangerous this situation could be for her.
Dude.
OP said that they're going to show her. Um, Someone said, yeah, kiddo, there's a good chance you and your friend are in danger if you rock up to that party in skimpy lingerie. He's not doing that because it's a fun party theme. He is testing you and your friend for compliance. The degradation will ramp up if you show up to that party, and there is no reality in which him and his rich friends at this party are A, dressing up in similar skimpy outfits, or B, ever looking at you and your friend as their equal. Do not go, and if she insists on going, being a good friend would mean keeping yourself in a state where you could summon help for her if she goes there and ends up needing to get out. Like, very sincerely, Mama, you are not the asshole. First,
No.
first and foremost, not the asshole. Um,
Mm-mm.
you're standing up for what you believe in. He's nasty. She's gonna end up getting fucking roofied and then end up on some like obscure porn site in a damn skimpy maid outfit. Like, there's no fucking way. Why the hell would you go to the? Why would you go by yourself? Why would you just
Yeah.
be okay? Like, I get that he's rich. Okay, he's so rich. I'm like him so much. I'm so obsessed with him. You're not dating. You're not dating. He thinks you're a plaything. He's doing this to humiliate you. Wow.
And the fact that like you don't know him and you don't know his friends and you don't
You
know
don't know his
anyone that's
friends.
gonna be at this party. And like I mean it if you take away everything else, which is already like a big red banner of just like don't don't um him alone just trying to get you into a maid outfit and just like telling you what to wear for a party is all that alone is just horrible. Everything else piled on top of it Just makes it even worse.
Someone said, it's also possible your friend suggested this and possibly offered you. This is a huge red
Ugh.
flag. Your friend either was in on this and is now mad because you made her look bad, or she is in for a nasty surprise. And
I
OP
didn't even think
said,
about that.
yeah, like what would give him the inclination to be like, yeah, bring your friend along too. I got you both these costumes. She had to be like, oh yeah, I can bring my friend. Like she'll be totally fine with it. Oh my God, she's so cool. Like we can hook her up with one of your friends. And
Yeah.
OP
I
said,
I don't remember. Does it say that that OP met the boyfriend?
yes, previously.
Okay. So, I mean, he could have been like, "Oh, hoo, hoo, I got a fun idea." But he would have to have said something to the friend to make her think that it would also be a good idea.
Nasty. Um,
Absolutely.
OP said, I disliked him from the start, and she keeps saying that I never gave him a chance and that I'm always man-hating on good guys. I remember I started disliking him when he unironically said, good girl, to me in passing, and it boiled my
Ew.
piss. It
Ew.
boiled her piss.
Disgusting. Don't talk to me like that. Ew.
What if I
No.
paid you?
That
Ew.
makes it even worse.
Um, Someone else said, and what kind of party is it going to be anyway? Like his fellow rich friends look forward to a feisty woman paid to show up in a maid costume? That's horrifying.
It's
He's like, oh,
yeah,
you
that
have the right attitude about it. And she's being combative. Like he wants her to be like this because he wants the challenge.
I know.
It's
That's
nasty.
so gross.
Nasty, 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 nasty.
Like every I mean, obviously it's not funny, but like everything you said, I thought would be the worst part. And then it just kept getting worse. It just kept snowballing. And there came a point where I'm like, I don't even know what you could say to make this worse. And then you did. And dude,
Don't
men,
you love it?
men, men. Speaking of men, um, am I the asshole for refusing to marry my pregnant girlfriend?
I almost chose that one, I think. I think it's, hold on. Go.
I, 17 male.
Yep.
Yep.
Keep going. I
Thought
almost chose that one.
I, 17 male, thought I had my life more or less figured out. Finish high school, get into construction work like my dad, and start building my future step by step. My girlfriend, who's 19, was already a year into college studying to become a nurse. We were both young and in love, thinking we had all the time in the world to plan our lives. But then everything changed. A few weeks ago, she told me she was pregnant. I didn't know what to say. We were careful, but accidents happen, and suddenly we were staring down a path we hadn't planned on. She was surprisingly calm, already talking about how we could make it work and how she'd balance school and a baby, but then she dropped something big. She said we should get married before the baby comes. I was floored. Marriage? I love her, but I'm only 17 and still in high school. I haven't even started my job in construction yet, and marriage just feels like a huge, overwhelming step. I told her I needed time to think, but I could see how much my hesitation hurt her. Over the next few days, she kept bringing it up, saying it was the right thing to do for our baby. Her parents, who are pretty traditional, think the same way and are pushing for us to get married too. I can feel the pressure from all sides, but every time I think about it, I just feel like I'm not ready. I've barely started my own life. How can I commit to something as huge as marriage right now? Eventually, I told her I wasn't ready to get married. I explained that it's not a no for forever, but I need time to finish school, get a job, and make sure we're stable before we take that step. I don't want to rush into something this serious just because we're having a baby. But instead of understanding, she got really upset. She accused me of not loving her or our baby enough. She said if I truly cared, I'd marry her and do the right thing. I explained that I do love her and I want to be there for the both of them, But I just don't think getting married right now is the answer. The whole conversation turned into a huge argument, and now things between us are really tense. Her parents are now involved too, and they're really pushing for us to get married. They've even offered to help us out financially if we go through with it, which only adds to the pressure. My parents, on the other hand, have been supportive and told me it's okay to wait, but I can't help feeling like I'm letting everyone down. I'm torn between wanting to do what's best for my girlfriend and our baby and feeling completely unprepared for marriage at 17. Am I the asshole for refusing to marry her? Should I just go along with it for the sake of our baby, even if I'm not ready?
So when I read this, the comments are a resounding, not the asshole. I disagree.
Oh,
I'm going to disagree for once. I'm going to disagree for once. I think that everyone sucks here.
yeah.
So, because of the way that he worded some things, do I think that you should get married at 17? No. But you say, oh, I'm not ready for something as important as marriage right now, but you're ready for a baby? You're ready for a
Good.
baby. And I don't think that I'm ready and like responsible enough for marriage. You were responsible enough to have sex at 17 and get her pregnant at 17. You were responsible enough to do the deed that leads to a baby and have a fucking baby. And you have accepted the fact that you are going to have a child, but you feel that you are not responsible enough and not grown up enough to get married. That's bullshit to me. Everyone sucks here. Do I think that she should be pressuring him? No. But again, you knew that her and her family were very traditional. It was going to come to this where they're like, you need to marry her because that's what's right. Because that's what it's always been. Like, fucking historically, you get a girl pregnant, you're supposed to marry her to like preserve her honor. Obviously, we're in 2020 fucking 4, and that's not a thing anymore. And I don't think that the kid should get married if he doesn't feel that he is ready. But how the fuck are you ready for a baby? Like that's not literally 18 plus years of your life. That is a grown it's a living, breathing being that you have to take care of that you could potentially fuck up for life if you don't do it right. You feel like you are ready to take on that responsibility, but you're not ready for marriage. What? It yeah, everybody sucks here. That's how I feel. That's all I got. What the
Yeah.
fuck?
My, there are two things in this comment that kind of stuck out to me just for a second. One of them says, the girlfriend is in college, you need a DNA test, which
I mean, yes and
is
no. You should DNA
fair.
test anyway, but
Yeah. Um, so I mean, like that's on them. Like they can do what they want. Um, and then there's another one that did point out, or kind of, I guess, reiterated that he's 17 and she's 19. And it, I guess it gets a little sticky, kind of, because there are people arguing about how close enough to 18 he probably is. And then there are
mhm,
other people bringing up that there is a possibility that they've been having sex before that, where
mhm.
he was like 16 and maybe she was 18. Um, how long have y'all been together? I don't remember.
Long enough to make a
Um,
baby and apparently not get married.
yeah. So I do also think, but like it's a 2 year age gap, but then he is 17. I don't know. It's a sticky argument.
Yeah,
But
I think everyone sucks.
yeah.
Everyone sucks. Is he doing the right thing? Trying to take care of the baby? Yes, absolutely. I just think that his logic is very much juvenile, which goes along with his age.
Yeah.
I don't have any more. This has
I
been
mean,
great.
I have a couple, but like none of them are really interesting enough.
We'll leave it here. We'll leave it here. How do you feel about people that think they're ready for a baby and not for marriage? Leave your thoughts in the comments, Grace, because she's literally the only one that comments on our videos. And she'll
Thank
comment
you,
like three
Grace.
times in a row. She'll just like comment about different. Thank you, Grace. How do you feel about it? That's all we got for today. We're definitely gonna do a 30 Am I the Asshole episode at some point. It's
Oh
fun.
yeah,
These are like
these
our
are fun.
palate
I like
cleansers. We
these.
do this every once in a while. It's like we'll do like our cozy catch-ups to just like talk shit and just like get caught up. And then like Am I the Asshole is where we like talk shit about people.
Yeah.
And it's fun. We talk shit about people and their stupid ass decisions. And like if you feel the need to go to Reddit about something, like come on, man. So
Yeah.
yeah, so this
And
has
here's the
been
thing, if you are putting it on Reddit, people are going to judge.
they're
That
gonna tell you how they feel about you. So like if you're in the comments getting upset about it, like
you
you did it to
asked.
yourself. What
You
do you want me to
made the
say?
post.
Like,
No
come
one's
on.
defending you here.
No. So yeah, so that's all we got for today. Hopefully you enjoyed. This has been Narrative Notions. We're on Spotify. We're on YouTube. Hopefully you enjoyed seeing all my crazy ass cats in the background because we had all four of them at one point. Oh my gosh. We'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.